I guess we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
We are
We're live.
Hey, everyone.
How's everyone going?
Hey.
It's FNP. We're here. It's Tuesday. I don't know what else is going on. What else is going on?
You know, things and stuff.
FNP, we're here. It's Tuesday. Oh, something's got on sound.
That's me. That's me. My bad.
It's you.
Hello, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, Tyler.
Where's... Okay, hold on a minute here. How do I see chat if I'm running this?
You see it. You just open up the view page.
Yeah, do that. I'm totally confused. Hold on. Here. I don't see it. Okay, I'm just retarded today, so I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, so everyone's on tonight. Man, we got 9 people watching. This is exciting.
Already? Dang, that's quick.
That was quick. So, well, I'm going to let Jonathan and Ski take over because the hottest topic right now, I think, is y'all had a very fun event this weekend. Y'all went to Wargames Con up in Austin. I heard it was pretty rocking. I watched some of the live feed. And Ski was playing Age of Sigmar. Jonathan was running FNP, the live stream. And also he played a game against Knights at the game table.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
So we'll let Jonathan go off and tell us about his experience at Wargames Con so he can tell us how much fun he had.
Well, it was a lot of fun walking around, seeing all the armies and seeing all the games going on. I really enjoyed the only game I got to really play was the battle report with Eve with Knights at the Round Table. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but it should be up in a couple of weeks, and you should check out how that game went. I brought my Death Guard, and she brought her Necrons because apparently she is the queen of the Necrons.
She is the queen.
So I brought my Death Guard to see how well it faced off. I did bring 50 Poxwalkers, Typhus, a Tallyman, a Plague Surgeon, and 2 of the Blight Haulers, the big tanks.
Yep. The Plague Burst Crawlers?
Plague Burst Crawlers, thank you. I knew Crawler was in there.
The guy that doesn't play 40K knows your stuff.
You know what? Brought that. So, but yeah, it was a really good game, and I think it's definitely worth checking out for sure. It'll be on their public feed to help with the conglomeration of the 2 channels instead of their paid one.
Awesome.
And I had In and Out.
Oh, you did.
Good.
Oh, you did.
Okay, hold on. I'll have to be honest. By the way, I'm not drunk or anything. I'm just really sick. All right, so I had In and Out, and it was good. However, this In and Out wasn't as good as I remembered, and I almost went to a different In and Out.
Oh, that's because In and Out's not as good as you remember because it's not that good.
Did you get the 32-layer cheeseburger?
I got the 4x4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just as bad.
Yeah. The 4x4 with animal style and animal style fries.
Yeah.
So.
The one thing that surprised me about Knights of the Game Table, I just want to add this in there. So when I went to AdeptCon back in the day, when I first moved here, the guy that won that 40K championship was named Nick. And so I forget his last name, Nick N.
Navanti.
I met him then. And then he goes around and wins it again the next year. But now he's part of the Knights of the Game Table.
Apparently contracted.
Contracted, yes.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know if they were supposed to tell me that, but the guy was like, yeah, it's on some kind of contract. I said, oh, okay.
But
now, I have to say their setup was really cool. They have a lot of money into their studio and their equipment, and their production value is really high. In hopes with enough Patreon supporters, we can get there too.
Yeah, and they got interns.
They have interns and a producer that don't know Warhammer at all.
Oh man, I want an intern.
Really?
Wait, he's got a contract and I volunteered for this? What is going on here?
Huh.
Man,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to redo what I'm doing. Yep, I'm changing it.
I got bamboozled.
I think all of us have been bamboozled into doing anything with FNP. To be honest with you, man.
I wouldn't change it for anything.
Oh God.
Bunch of amazing people. Eve is she's funny and fun. She was a character throughout the whole convention.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I do not have chat.
She had the charisma. She rolled high on her charisma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Jonathan. That's it. She rolled higher than charisma. She did. We rolled pretty low.
Okay.
V said, TJ, wash your mouth out with soap.
Why? Who said that?
I think because you're talking dirty about FNP.
Who told me? Someone told me to wash my mouth out with soap.
Atlantis.
Yeah, just take a look at the chat.
I can't see it. I'm like literally. I have YouTube pulled up. I have no chat.
Yours is probably at the bottom.
You know why, Jonathan? Because
Right.
you're on his FNP Wargamers too. We
Really?
both are.
You can't see chat though?
No.
No,
I
because
see
you
where you're watching. I have analytics, edit video.
yeah, you have
No
to.
chat.
Oh,
Yep.
well, here. I will leave. Let me leave.
No,
real
it's
quick.
okay. It's okay. I'll leave.
No, you're hosting.
I'll leave. Oh, I'm leaving. That's it. I'm done. No, it's
I'll join back as something else.
Join back as Sweets in the Sky.
Oh man.
See what else was cool.
Seriously, I don't know what's going on, man. I cannot see chat, so y'all are gonna have to tell me when people start making fun of me.
Oh, no, it's too easy.
Do you want us to start now or to rewind?
No. Just start from now.
Okay.
I figure it's been going on long enough by now.
It's only like maybe a page and a half.
Page and a half of Make Fun of TJ Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Ski, man, since Jonathan's gone and he had a lot of fun there and the Atomic Hobby Shop was up there. I do know one of my good friends, Walker, was up there with Arena Rex.
Yep.
And they put on some amazing displays.
Amazing guy. Amazing.
Yeah.
Dude's amazing. Like, hands down. Like,
Walker is amazing?
yeah.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Funny.
Okay. I don't remember him
Good
being too amazing, but I guess, maybe he's changed a little bit.
Yeah. He was running demos up there. He had a lot of product up there. He was it was us, him, and the bag lady. She made dice bags.
Uh-huh.
And we had the big room to ourselves in the back.
Oh, nice.
So he's a good guy.
I just remember Walker from college walking around with a shirt all the time, rubbing his belly. So that's what I remember. And I'm pretty sure he probably told you some interesting stories about me. So
he got to hear the crazy conversations we were having as three of us being vets.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
Not going to repeat the conversations we were having on some of the things, but he was getting a kick out of all of it, and it was great. It was great.
That is good stuff.
So here's something else that happened. This is crazy. So there was a guy where we were at. He was outside of the room, and he was a Broken Egg. He's a vendor.
Yeah.
And so the second night, or so Sunday, we show up, and he's like, all this stuff is like, it looked like it's been gone through from under his table. And so they walk up there and whatnot, and this dude rolls out from underneath the table and gets up and asks the guys, like, hey, what time is it? And he had his Papa Do's shirt on because I guess he worked across the street at the diner, and he slept underneath his table that night. And just got up and left.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. What was he doing underneath that table?
He was passed out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's not all. I heard someone else passed out underneath the tables there too as well.
Oh, yes. There's other people.
Oh, like who? Anybody we know?
Yeah, like Ben. He he apparently couldn't handle anything, and he wasn't feeling too hot, so he literally went underneath one of the vendor tables, our vendor table, and went to sleep. So then I got stuck running the shop.
Wow. Who did y'all go out with that night? What did y'all do?
I just went to Dane and we just had a few drinks.
I heard like Jonathan was in the hot tub, like taking his clothes off, from what I heard.
Let's keep that.
I mean, you can't go in a hot tub with clothes on. So I mean, technically, yeah, I guess I did. I was wearing swimming trunks. And
Well, at least you were wearing swimming trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying that.
Oh man. So Ski, man, how'd you do, man? You played in the Age of Sigmar tournament. How'd it go, man? Did you have fun?
It was crazy. I ended up wearing my armor for the whole thing.
What?
It was amazing because I was the only one wearing armor out of everybody, and everybody had loved it. So that was great.
Hold on, time out, man. I didn't see any pictures on FNP. I
Yeah.
didn't see any pictures, on anything of you in this armor.
So I took live feed, and I was live feeding on my Facebook page for the first day. And so then I finally got permissions to do it on the second day on FNP, and I don't know exactly how I'm to do that the right way, so I'll have to give it to you guys. So, but I do have videos. If you ever check out my Facebook page, there's videos there. So you add that. Then me playing Orcs. Let me tell you, the crowd was amazing. Jonathan, the host organizer, did a phenomenal job. This was his first shoe running it. Overall it was great, man. We went 3-2, 4 out of 5 secondary objectives. I ended up placing 13 and got tied for best sportsmanship.
Nice.
Did you say 13th?
13th out of 54.
Dang. I
And
don't think I've ever placed that high at a tournament.
well, and the funnier thing is so I met a bunch of guys Thursday and Friday that are the whole Age of Sigmar crew of different areas, and they run numbers, they know lists, and it's all about fun. Like this was crazy. I couldn't comprehend these guys because, like, man, usually if you're doing that kind of gaming, you're like game face, like, oh, this is what I'm doing, And these guys were just like, dude, I'll send you the spreadsheets, and like, hey, just throw up a list. Like, it was great. Well, I don't know how to explain it. It was the most one-of-a-kind tournament on personal feelings, players versus in a tournament. I mean, I don't know how to explain that. Like, I don't know. There's maybe 2 guys that were hot and heavy into the game. Everybody else was having a great ass time.
So basically what you're saying, Ski, is the guys you played were amazing, and the games you had a blast no matter if you were winning or losing.
Oh, big time. Big time. Lots of different armies, lots of like Gutbusters. A guy placed 11th using Gutbusters. There was Bone Stealer army that now I understand the missing piece in my Bone Splitter army, and he ended up getting 2nd.
Wow.
Yeah, Nurgle ended up winning it, but that was kind of expected with what I was seeing. Korn made 4th. A lot of Korn, a lot of Nurgle. Let's see what else. There was, some Grots. I know there's a couple guys from Houston. One of the guys from Houston ran his Spider Fang Grots, which looked freaking amazing. So hands down, I think he got one of the painted awards. Let me bring up the actual standings. But and then one of the guys I played on 4th round, he's from Houston, and he does Daughters of Cain. Never played Daughters of Cain. His paint job was amazing because every snake was an actual color scheme from an actual snake in the world, and it looked amazing. Every squad.
Dang. So were the squads all painted like one snake color and the next squad painted another so you could differentiate them? That is cool.
Yeah. One was a diamondback or rattlesnake. One was a couple like venomous spitters. One was a coral snake.
Ooh.
I mean, it was immaculate. And it was my first opponent on my second day. And I made a lot of mistakes because I have rulings. Got to play more, of course.
Yeah. So, quick question for you, man. Did you play anyone with endless spells? I've been hearing a lot about these endless spells.
I use endless spell. I use cogs.
Oh, you use cogs?
Yes.
Okay.
So cogs affects me as well as my opponent.
Yeah.
But I only got to use it, let's see, twice, 3 times? Twice. Because the other times it didn't need to be used because the fact that either they're already in my face first turn or I just didn't need it. So
Nice. So did you play anyone use the Big Fang? I've heard that's like pretty wicked.
There's people with it out there. I didn't get a chance to play with one.
Okay.
There was a guy that who was I? He was running. I think he was wearing. I forget what army he was running, but he had the Purple Sun.
Oh, the Purple Sun.
And
oh, cool.
People were flipping their crap on it because it was a big model, just like, and you guys know this 4K. Big models scare people. Then they're like, oh my god, either get away from it or try to target it. And so it did a lot of damage, but
big models scare people? No way.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared of big models, man. When I see a big model, I get scared.
When people see a dreadnought on the tabletop, they're like, "Oh my god, I got to deal with that," and it's like, it's a dreadnought. I mean, it's not like Ahriman or not Ahriman, but Magnus or Mortarion. It's just a dreadnought. Oh no, I got to get rid of it. It's a dreadnought. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So Moon Clan got actual third.
Okay.
And they were tied for best sportsman as well, and coolest army. They got tied for coolest army. Let's see here. The guy from Houston, James West, that's his name. He got ninth.
Nice.
And he got best painted.
Nice.
With that Sisters Daughters of Cain.
Nice.
Let's see here. There's just so much. I mean, there was 2 Skaven players, and one of the Skaven players I played against, he had 160 Skaven, a great unclean one, and 2 of those like carts with like the ball or whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. He had a 3-drop. I ended up killing all 160 Skavens.
What?
Yes, and people were flipping about that. They're like, how? I end up third game against another corn player. I footed gorked in 1 round for 22 and then did another 10 after that. People talked about that the whole time. Like, and not just like everybody was just like, I was the only guy getting footed gork off and doing damage that was just unreal.
Yeah.
I killed a Chaos War Mammoth with the footed gork. That's the Forge World big freaking elephant. It's just disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Ski question. I saw a picture of that. Was someone using the Lord of the Rings model? Okay.
Yep.
I saw the pictures on Wargames Con, and I was like, and we were like, War Mammoth. That's got to be a War Mammoth. Because we were talking about it, and we're like, that's the Lord of the Rings elephant or whatever. I don't even know what the hell it's called in Lord of the Rings, but it's not an elephant.
Then I footed gorked a Maw Crusher. And then, what else? Footed gorked. Dude, it was just, there's only one game that didn't go off. And other games, it was just crazy. So when I met these guys, so everybody's taking War Scroll battalions and trying to get all these command points and all these combos, which the combos were disgusting. I was probably one of the few people, especially running an Iron Jones army, with no War Scroll battalions. And I was the top, just to show you, I was the top Iron Jaws player. And I think it was my numbers. I think I did it the right way. I think I need to adjust and add another 10-man squad of boys, but it was just numbers. They couldn't. I had such a board presence with such toughness, it was hard to deal with.
Nice.
But it was great. Like, I mean, I do it again. If they say, hey, we need you to come back next week and then play again, I'll do it. You know what? It was that fun.
Nice. I hope hopefully next year, you know what I'll do, Ski? I'll play Age of Sigmar at Wargames Con if I can.
Heck yeah, man! I'm telling you.
I'll do 40K for all the other events like Alamo, GT, and probably Dallas, and then Houston. But then for maybe for Wargames Con, I'll do Age of Sigmar. So I'll get a little change.
Well, and like I said, they have 54. They almost have as many players as they did for the 40K.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited.
It's going crazy. I mean, it's getting there. And they were asking me about Houston, and that's the goal. I'll put it live on. I mean, it's okay with John if I just talk about Warzone. The plan is talking with the guys at Austin. They run San Antonio and they run Dallas and Austin, and they want us to start working on Houston so we can get a ITC Age of Sigmar circuit going in Texas. And so what it looks like, as long as everything works out, I'm going to be helping or running the Age of Sigmar for Warzone.
Oh, you heard it here. You're now the guy.
Hey man, I think if we can, I think we had the first tournament at Atomic Hobby. We got 8 guys showing up. I think, right, Ski? And they had a blast. So I know those guys. I was talking to all those guys. They had a blast.
Okay.
And then we're getting the Escalation League going, and that was last weekend. I had a blast. I'm 0-3 now, so I am right on track with keeping my record and my standard die rolling and my standard army building. So I am feeling good about Age of Sigmar.
What'd you run? I gotta know, what were you running?
Oh, it was amazing. So I had like 10 Blood Reavers, 5 Blood Warriors, 10 Bloodletters, a unit of 5 Fleshhounds, and a Slaughter Priest.
So, after experiencing the Khorne beatdowns that I witnessed, 3 out of the 5 units are great. There's 2 guys in there that are not so well, but it's okay.
Hold on, time out. So for classing on the Slaughter Priest, right? I played 5 rounds in 2 games. Okay, that's 10 rounds. You know how many spells I got off? And I was casting 2 a turn. I got 3 total.
Okay, 3. I was giving you. Okay.
So 20 times I could cast a spell, and I got off 3.
How many times did they unbind?
Huh?
How many times did they get unbound or unbinded?
It's a spell. I mean, no, it's a prayer.
Ah, okay, the prayer. See, you got me. Ouch.
Yeah, prayer. So it goes off on a 4+. So that's how well I was rolling. I was playing a guy named Kyle, and Kyle looked at me and he goes, we were both he was trying to cast, he was playing orcs, just normal standard, normal orc boys.
Yeah.
And he was trying to cast, just like simple spells. There was like casting on a 5 or 6, just giving like shield and some other things. He was down. I was like, sweet, I am going to give this unit 1 extra attack. And I roll 2. I was like, okay, I'm going to blood boil those guys. 2. And I was like, are there any command rerolls where I can reroll 1 die? And he's like, nope. And I'm like, damn it, I want to play 40K for this. But no, I had a blast, man. I think Age of Sigmar is definitely a different game in general. Just like I messed up twice. I messed up once, and I was like, since I was new to the game, I took off a model in the middle, like not even thinking about it. And I was like, wait a minute, I had a coherency. He's like, yeah. I was like, you mind if I take off the one on the end instead? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Because I was like, wait a minute, I'm not going to be able to get him back in coherency. So I'm going to be like, oh, I guess I'll keep these 3 alive and kill off these 3.
I learned a lot of little nitpicking rules. And they're not really nitpicking. They're just rules that I didn't think applied in certain ways. And now that I know these rules that are game-changing, they're game-changing rules. I'm going to make sure people are doing it right, on an escalation and stuff like that too. So, what is he? See, Colonel's asking, how do you feel about the Games Workshop mistakes in the Space Wolves Codex?
Okay. Well, I guess we can get on to one of the main topics out, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
No wolves on Fenris. So, unfortunately, we haven't seen a copy of the Space Wolves Codex. I've only listened to a couple podcasts. And, I've read all the stuff, of course, on the GW website. I'm not sure, John, have you seen a copy of it yet?
The
actual Space Wolves Codex?
No, actually. Okay. I would have by now, but the only thing I've got is what other people have is those warlord traits.
Yeah. Saw the warlord traits that GW posted. That was interesting. They actually posted a PDF, full version of the warlord traits.
Because that's the fix for the mess up, I think.
Yeah. They screwed up the actual codex.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
Man,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So, but I was looking at the Warlord traits. And you know the one thing that surprised me about the Space Wolves Warlord traits was the fact there's like 9 characters that are named.
Yes.
I have never seen that before on any army. Space Wolves are going to be so character heavy. It's not even going to be funny.
Which
There's
is pretty.
150 changes to that army. After I watched a couple.
Mini Wargamer?
Yep.
I saw that one.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm not going to tell you my opinion on it. I'm just going to move on.
So,
Well, what is your opinion, Ski? You have a tattoo of Space Wolf on your leg. What's your opinion?
This tattoo is the remembrance on how good Space Wolves were. That's what this is for. This is my shrine of remembrance.
dude, I don't think you understand how. I think Space Wolves right now, with the stuff I've heard and people army listing wise, I think Space Wolves will be actually one of the few Space Marine codexes you can run as a standalone and actually be competitive with.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think some of the pushback we're seeing right now, it's kind of unfounded. It's almost like every codex that comes out, they're like, oh no, they made it worse. It's gonna suck, and until they get their hands on it, like Custodes, the Adeptus Custodes, people are like, oh, these things are gonna be garbage, and now it's like every Imperial army has Custodes.
Yep.
And I think you're right. Everything I've been seeing about the Space Wolves, they are going to be a nice standalone army. Yeah. They're not going to be the most meta breaking, but they are definitely going to be top contenders.
Yeah, because I mean HQ choices now. So I mean you look at their major characters. Arjac Rockfist is going to be a stand-in, I think, in every army. He's got like 6 wounds, 2 up, 3 up, shrink 10. He can throw the hammer, and then it's like all the other stuff he does. He gives a buff. He's a lieutenant, so it's a +1. You know, he allows you to reroll 1s on wounds. So he's like, I was listening to, I think Arjac is going to be an animal. Nigel Stormcrawler, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah. Have you seen like his spells? Like he's got a +2. I mean, he's +1 on casting. He can cast 2, 3 spells, I think, or something like that, or 2. Dispel 2 gets a +1 on all his casting, and then he's got 2 loadouts too to get the Terminator armor and everything else. But the main thing people are going to use for him, did y'all see the psychic power, Living Lightning?
That's good for small 1-wound hordes.
Oh no! So Living Lightning, right? It's got a casting value of 6, right? And it goes off, and if he goes off, he gets D3 mortal wounds, right?
Yep.
They have a stratagem that costs 1 point and increases it to D6.
Oh, I didn't see the stratagem.
So immediately after that, right? So let's say it goes off and you kill off the unit. Guess what? Pick another unit within 18 inches and it goes off again.
Oh, it's
pretty good. Keep on going off, and it's another D6 wounds, and you use the stratagem. Like, people are going to be casting that like crazy. So, like, in him casting it too, it's going to be brutal. But no, just like look at him, and then Wolfen didn't get worse. They're the same. Wolfen are going to be amazing. And then, the psychic powers, I think that's a major one people are going to use a lot. And then the normal smite, and I think there was one other psychic power. God, I was trying to remember what it was, because all I heard was, kind of talk, and I'm trying to remember everything. But there's another good psychic power I think they have as well. Well, it's a stratagem based on a psychic power. So if a rune priest casts a psychic power, right, then you use a stratagem that's 3 points. And anything within 6 inches, any unit within 6 inches of that storm, it's a -1 to hit. So if you cast something off and you're bubbling Wolfen, Parisian wolves, and everything else like that, and your storm and your guys in the middle, and it casts it off, everything within that 6-inch bubble will be a -1 to hit, which is going to be huge.
Well, and don't forget the other thing. The other thing I actually do like is the Something Unleashed, their actual army like buff +1 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Now you're gonna have Power Fists and Thunder Hammers
hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Yep, and then like Logan Grimnar, I think they improved him. People may actually want to take him now. The fact he's finally got his 2-up save on the Palanquin, or the, his little flying chariot thing, which I think is horrible, but it's a pretty cool model. I'd rather just have him on foot. But I think just looking at the HQ units, and then they also have the stratagem. I think for 3, there's it's same thing as when you have 3 librarians and stuff. They have one of those stratagems too that I think a lot of people will use. So I think there will be. I think Space Wolves will maybe kind of psychic heavy. But I was also looking at their some of the other stratagems that I found really interesting. They posted some like Cunning of the Wolf, Cloaked by the Storm, which was at 1 for 3 command points. The Wolf side was interesting from Longfanes. It's 1 stratagem, and you can reroll failed hits and wound rolls for the unit this phase. So maybe a unit of Heavy Bolter Longfangs shooting, being able to reroll hits and things.
And did you see the Wolf and Dreadnought?
Oh yeah, the Wolf and Dreadnought looks really cool. I think what they did is they kind of replaced the normal Dreadnought, and they replaced it with the Wolf and Dreadnought, so he could take the shield and the axe and all the other stuff to get all the good, kind of get the wide variety of ranges. But the one stratagem I thought was pretty funny was, did you read about the Lone Wolf one?
No.
So it's on the community page, but so that one is really interesting to me, because let's say you have 1 guy left, right? They shoot up your unit and you have 1. You basically use a command point at the end of the phase, makes him a character, right? Gives him +2 wounds, so he basically gains 2 wounds, right? And then he can also reroll failed to hit and wound rolls for the rest of the game. So it's kind of like, just like, you're like, oh, guess what? No kill point for you. And you now have a character, and then you can hide him.
Which is fluffy, which is really cool.
It's very fluffy, right? So, which is cool. And then they have another one, which I think is going to be phenomenal for Space Wolves, like Grey Hunters and stuff. It's going to make you want to use them again. But so it's 1 command point, right? But you get to shoot any kind of bolt weapon, like bolt gun, bolt rifle, bolt carbine, and anything like that. And it makes it a pistol 2 for 1 command point. So can you imagine, like, you're stuck in close combat with your Space Wolves, or and you're just like, okay, I need to get out of close combat. You use that, shoot everything in the shooting phase. You shoot your, let's say it's a unit of 5 or 6 Grey Hunters. You shoot 12 pistols or blow them away. Or you're like, you have a unit that's stuck in close combat, and you're kind of like 5 inches away, and you're like, I need to get them out of close combat. And you open up with like a unit of 10 Grey Hunters or something, pouring 20 pistol shots into them, because they're pistols now, and you can just like do a lot of damage. So I think that's a very fluffy one, and it goes back to like 3rd edition with True Grit and all the other stuff, where they could run and shoot with their bolters. So,
and I think what they said, the Space Wolves is going to be one of the top armies for bolter fire. I think that they're going to have the most bolter fire of any army.
Yep. I think I think the stratagems alone, from what I've heard, I listened to Ford's narrative, and they were kind of going over almost every single one of them and all the beneficial ones. And I heard Mini Wargamer and stuff, and I don't know, man. I think Space Wolves will be a standalone army.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I was looking at the Warlord traits, and I was reading, because I keep seeing these things, Deed of Legend for each of them. And if depending on which Warlord trait your Warlord actually has, they have a thing called a Deed of Legend. So if you manage to, say, Saga the Warrior Born, if you slay an enemy character with your Warlord, then that Deed of Legend basically triggers, and it affects all Space Wolf units within 6 inches of the Warlord. So they all benefit from that Warlord trait.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. I think that's why you're going to see a lot of characters running around on the table.
Yeah, and did you see that? I think you will see a lot of characters. And the Relics?
Yes.
I mean, the best one, I think, like, it's going to be one people may take, is the Armor of Russ.
Yeah. That's good. I think that'll be a nice staple.
I mean, can you imagine taking, like, oh, Magnus is here, and being like, oh, guess what? You get to attack last this round. After every single thing else in this close combat attacks, you get to go last, Magnus. Or like some beefy, bloody character like a Demon Prince comes in, and you're just like, oh, guess what? You get to attack last.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the 4+ invulnerable save is good, but the ability to make a unit or make a unit attack last.
Yeah,
No matter what.
it's huge.
It's huge. And then they put the new Stormbolter in there. This is the most amazing Stormbolter I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, it is.
24-inch range, assault 4, strength 4. Okay, so you don't get the strength. -1 AP and does 2 damage.
Oh.
And then on top of that, if any model suffers an unsaved wound from this weapon, roll a d6 on a 4-up, it takes a mortal wound.
Yeah.
You could actually put out 9 wounds from a Stormbolter shot. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I think wolves are going to be amazing.
My fear is going to be you're just going to see the same things being used over and over again because that's what works. And then even with the affinity amount of work they did, that my fear is like you're going to see Grimnar, you're going to see Arjax, you're going to see Dreadnoughts, you're going to see like whatever the state, and that's it. And it's just going to be like, change it up. You have options.
Every Space Wolves player will literally. I think it'll be mandatory that you're going to take a Supreme Command detachment.
Yeah,
like hands down.
I think you're. Look at 7th edition. It was pretty much Thunderwolf Star with like 20 Fenrisian wolves. I don't think you're going to see that anymore. I think, like you're saying, you're going to see a more bolter style army. You're going to see something a little bit more diverse. Yeah, everybody's going to probably copy the same one, just kind of like they do with Adeptus Custodians and Dark Eldar. But if it works, why not run it? I think this army is going to be good. We just need to get the book out. There's of course there's always going to be negativity before a book comes out. We see it every time, but once it hits, the people that are really passionate about Space Wolves, they're going to figure it out, and then everybody else is going to be like, oh yeah, I've been a Space Wolf player forever. I love them. I never talk bad about them. Let me go buy a new army right away.
I've been wanting to play Space Wolves for 10 years now, so I think now is a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, no one's seen Thunderwolf Cavalry. Nobody's seen the actual codex. Like, you see chat now, TJ?
No, I can't.
Oh, well, I signed out.
Try to refresh.
Try to refresh because I signed out of FNP completely.
I'll see.
But yeah, basically, because chat's going, it's pretty hot. A lot of people are talking about how, a lot of things got nerfed, a lot of things are this, but as it always comes down, until the actual codex comes out, we don't know what it is. And even when you have the codex, it's still Theory Hammer until you get on the table. I've always been against Theory Hammer because it never works.
Yeah. I honestly think, just reading over the rules, I think Space Wolves are fluffy yet competitive. Every single stratagem I read is written for them. I think you're going to see people bring out stuff that they haven't brought out for a while. I think you'll see Longfangs on the table. Like, I don't know. I think, because Space Wolves, you can't take scouts.
Well, don't they have their
elite choices? They're elite choices.
Yeah, but they're still scouts.
Your troop choices.
Yeah.
But everyone's thing is right now for Space Marine armies, you take scouts because they're cheap, and you get the battalion, and then you take all the other fun stuff.
Well, yeah, because regular Marine scouts are a bunch of newbies, and you got Wolf Scouts that are like stupid, most veteran of the veterans.
Oh yeah, Wolf Scouts and Space Wolves are brutal. So I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of people. I really think you're going to see a lot of people taking Grey Hunters again. Because I think Grey Hunters may be a little more utilitarian, or they may be taking intercessors, just for the fact that 2 bolter shots, a couple of those, or I don't know, but I think it's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see in a month the next big tournament and see what Space Wolf players do out there. Because I think that'll give them a month to game test and play, and it'll be interesting to see what they bring out.
Yeah,
but I am pretty stoked.
You got access to all the Space Marine gear now too, so you have the flyers and the other rhinos, and you've got there was like a bunch of stuff that we didn't have access to. Now that you do.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the next big GT coming up is Iron Halo in September.
That's in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah. Or is that Nova also coming up also?
Nova's coming up in August. End of August, right? Labor Day?
Oh. Yes, we probably won't see Space Wolves then.
Yeah, that's next weekend.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like 2 weekends away. I don't think we'll see it. Let me look and see when Nova comes up. But
so Iron Halo up in Oklahoma, that's the next big one, I think. So we'll probably see some results from that.
yeah, September 30th to September 2nd. So that's not this weekend, but the following weekend. So that'll give people a week. I'm not sure if they're going to, well, I don't know if they'll allow. I didn't look at the rule set, so I don't know if they're going to allow.
Usually, 30 days, right?
Yeah. Well, depends.
Usually.
Depends. Some people, usually people like to go with the 30-day thing, but it's just at this point in time, there really is no need to do the 30-day thing. But
yeah, and plus Warhammer community will be there, so you have good support there. So who knows? But yeah, it's going to be. Wow, I'm excited.
I think this is going to be a surprise army. I don't think they're going to be the top tier right off the bat, but it's going to be that one where somebody's going to come around and they're going to figure out the synergy that's obviously there. And there's probably a good 2 or 3 builds. One probably going to be more dominant than the others, but there's going to be synergy there that people are going to be firing off, just like they did with the Custodians and the Dark Eldar. They found those combinations of units and tactics to use, and they're going to pull it off. And they're going to, like I said, all of a sudden there's going to be Space Wolf players coming out of the woodwork that have been big fans and have always played them forever.
It may be like Bow. We may see like some dude drop in like some Space Wolves and win Bow. Like the guy was running Death Guard, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Because really when you think about it, Death Guard are very resilient. Their Terminators are, so you may see someone do something like that with Wolf Guard.
Yep.
Because Wolf Guard could be pretty resilient. So.
Yeah, and I'm going to be interested to see how, with some of those stratagems, how Space Wolf players use aggressors.
Yep. Ooh, that may be pretty good too.
Yeah, so I think there was a stratagem where they could pretty much come up anywhere on the board as long as they're 9 inches away from the enemy.
Yep, it's called Cunning of the Wolf, which is very good. But infantry, Space Wolf infantry unit, it's got to be set up 6 inches from the battlefield edge, but then 9 inches away from the model. 9 inches away from. So I could see someone easily picking up a unit and being like, turn 2, here they are. They're in your back line. Have fun.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited about Space Wolves. I just want to see what all these people are going to think about in different combinations. But I know if I was running Space Wolves, I'd have Bjorn, Arjak, and Logan. That would be the 3. That would be where I would start my army. What's up?
How's Ski feeling about them name drops?
Age of Sigmar. That's all I know.
Okay, good enough.
Oh, you know who Logan Grimnar is, man. He's your favorite. You know him. You like the old wolf.
Actually, he's not. Ragnar Blackmane, and Swen are my 2 favorites. And Swen is his freaking mortal enemy that ends up becoming, pack mates. Like, those are my 2 favorite characters. Yeah.
That's just because you read the old Ragnar Blackmane stuff.
No, I've been around freaking Space. Do I have to show you my Space Wolf shrine?
Well, you're gesturing to a nothing on the side.
I know.
This is my Corvette.
I think I'd probably center my army around lots of Wolfen. I really like those guys. I think having a whole bunch of werewolves running across the board would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
If I was a Space Wolf player, I would probably focus on MSU, third edition style, which would be Bloodclaws, Grey Hunters, and fill the table up with as many bolter shots as you could fill on the table.
Okay, so do it, man. Let's see it.
If I was a Space Wolf player,
I know you got them.
I don't have any more. I don't have anything anymore.
You got to have some Grey Hunters still, man.
No.
He still technically does have them. They're just in the bag.
No?
Okay, I'm gonna message John and Ben to pull them off the shelf.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine. Ski, one last time. You pull them off. We'll play one last time with the new codex.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm
You
good.
sure?
That ship has so.
They'll come back. Don't worry.
One
No.
more time? Just
No.
a fun game.
Hey, you know what? Just wait until that tournament winning list pops up, and then Ski will be like, "Yeah, let's get that one game in."
You know what's funny though is I'm the one person that you'll never see run a tournament army list. Like when it's like I figured out the meta. If I figured it out, okay, this is just my quick insight. If I figured out the synergy and the combo, or you did, John, then you should run that army because you figured it out. But I'm not the guy that copies it. I will never be that guy because you did the work, not me.
That's true.
I will never. That takes away from what you discovered, and that I started that back when they designed that leaf blower army for IG.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, and everybody jumped on the bandwagon, and it disgusted me because people need to learn how to do the hard work and put in the time, and figure it out for themselves, and bring something that they put together that they feel proud of.
Damn it, Ski. I don't got the time to do that. I got to listen to shit. I got to figure out what other people are doing. I don't got the time.
But that's just me.
No, I understand. Yeah. It's always fun to come up with your own army list and own play style and tweak it. So.
No, it's a very good point. You know, I see in a lot of the local tournaments here in Houston, got the guys that actually build their own lists and they do really well. Like a couple of the guys that went to Wargames Con, like Mike Delta, he took second best overall.
Yep.
He built that list. Obviously, all lists have some sort, with so many players, there's going to be some sort of overlap, but he doesn't take the whatever the net list is and run with it. He makes his own list and he perfects it by playing over and over again. And it's that sort of quality of player that I like, is that you sit there and you don't sit there and take the net list. There's a couple of these other guys that play locally that never do too well, and it's because they take the carbon copy of a net list, and it's not their own. They don't make it their own. They just think, well, if I just use this net list, it's going to win me the game.
Yep.
No, if you got to be passionate about it. You got to know the list inside and out, and it's really, you need to make it yours. And I think that's why we see a lot of tournament players get discouraged and jump from army to army to army. It's because they don't take time to figure out what makes that list unique and awesome.
Yeah.
And plus, you really need to play an army list that's based on your style of playing the game.
Yes, big time. That is 100%. I back that up 110%.
Because I mean, if you're not playing an army list that your style of playing, like if I do a stand and shoot army, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna shoot, done. And I think that's like, so I kind of played that at LVO last year. I did a Gilliman list and was kind of a castle. And it was fun, like seeing shit blow up all the time because Gilliman's like re-rolling everything. So I was like, oh, this is fun as hell. But it didn't, like, by the end of the tournament, I was just kind of like, I'm not really liking this play style. But I want to, you know, I at least need to have some sort of, like, at least a quarter or a third of my army be something assault based. I like running across the table and getting close combat. So I was like, next time I play, I need to design it. So the next time I played that castle list of my Obsidian Knights on the channel, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take 4 dreadnoughts and run across the battlefield because why not? I still had the backline shooting, but I was like, 4 dreadnoughts. Sure, why not?
And see, you bring up the whole make it your own and, you know, don't copy. And like I kind of feel the same. For Age of Sigmar, I saw 7 different brass stampede versions of that corn army.
Yeah.
There are the basics they're going to be the same. Like you're going to take a shrine, you're going to take certain characters for the rerollables and the bubbles. But one guy just ran freaking Bloodletters. One guy just ran Reavers. One guy did a combination of both. One guy ran Scarbrand. One guy ran Carmack. And there was different variations. And it was amazing to see because they were making it their own, even though there's some similarities because there's some things that are just stapled. Yeah, you know, you can't get around it. But it was amazing to see, like Iron Jaw player. Everybody was running War Scroll battalions and the freaking, was it the Ard Boys, whatever, you know, the extra movement and all. And I was the only one that didn't. Yeah. And they were just like, wow, really? I'm like, yeah. And they're just, I had the numbers. That's how I like to play with my Iron Jaws. So
Jimmy pointed something out in the chat there that you might end up needing a CP farm still for the Space Wolves. I mean, Space Wolves, I think, are still going to be able to, from what I've seen, are going to be able to handle everything on their own. They just need those command points. And unfortunately, that seems to be, you're going to have to take a small, like, battalion of guard. You know, they're going to have to take some guard mortars, you know, invest about 500 points or so, and take a very tiny battalion so you can get those extra command points.
Time out. If they do that, there's one rule they have to follow. You can only take Mahala.
No. You convert them and make them Fenris.
They're defense force guys.
They're defense force, yeah.
But they're actual civilians. They're not
thralls,
even
right? What are they called? Thralls or
no? Oh my god, what were they called?
Like I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not. But I know it starts with a K.
Yeah, but they're the civilians. They're the population. It's not even a defense force. They're just the people that work for them, that live there.
Oh man, they're the rejects that never made it in the Space Wolves. But no, I definitely think. I think a lot of the Imperial armies, the stratagems are so good. You do need a command farm.
That's it, Jimmy. Thank you. That's it.
What is it?
Carols or Carls?
Jarls or
K-A-E-R-L-S.
right? I think they pronounce it Jarls, right?
Well,
because it's K-J-A-R-L-S, right?
No, there's no J in that. Wow. Damn it! Now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Who knows? I'm an idiot. Don't ask me. I don't know how to pronounce shit anyways.
That's why I'm in school.
So yeah, I think I'm like this weekend. I'm gonna go up and play in the Atomic Hobby tournament this weekend, and this is going to be my army.
Really?
With knights.
You just gave away your secret weapon.
No, I didn't. And I want to bring some knights because it's the new stuff I painted. So that's why I go to play tournaments. I like to bring the new shit I painted.
Wait. You can't use a Warlord Titan. I'm sorry.
You mean this? Yes. No. I painted my armigers, so I'm gonna take my armigers, and I have an old House Terran Knight that I painted up. So I'm gonna have those three, and then a mix of Skitarii units. So I think I'm just gonna go play and have some fun, and it's kind of not a normal list. So maybe I can do well, or maybe should have brick and die real quick. So we'll see.
Well, and I'm a firm believer, and I've been seeing it time and time again. When you see the norm, and someone brings outside the norm, people don't know how to handle it, and you end up doing a lot better than most people think.
Yep. Now, if I can just remember how many command points I have and what stratagems I use, I'll be good.
Take off your shoes.
Take off my shoes
while you play. Yes.
No, I don't want to stand on that floor. That's gross.
Well, you'll never remember how many command points you have then.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have 11 toes.
Well, you know, if you got one of those handy command point counters from Hammerhead Games, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
I'll use that. I'll bring out that. Then I got my cool measuring devices. Then I bought the Imperial Knight cards, so I'm going to have those on the table so I can look at them and be like, oh, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, cool.
One of these days, I will get a Saturday off, and I'll be able to come out there and play.
Yeah. So do you guys look at the community page over the weekend?
I did.
So what do you think about, I'm going to bring it up just because they look amazing, the Horus Heresy Blood Angels?
The Horus Heresy Blood Angels?
It didn't sparkle, so I was a little disappointed.
I mean, they're Blood Angels. Who gets excited about Blood Angels? No, I'm joking. Those models are effing amazing. Yes, the Contemptor Dreadnought.
Yeah,
I was a little bit like.
Ooh. And the other one, what's the other beefy one? The other type of dreadnought that they showed.
Oh,
Yeah, I pulled them up. So which one? Oh yeah, the Leviathan. This
yeah,
bad?
Yeah, man, they look gorgeous.
Yeah.
They do really good.
look at that.
I noticed it has assault cannons.
Yes, I noticed that too. I was like, holy crap, that is a DACA machine right there.
Yep.
That one is a DACA machine. But yeah, this Contemptor. Woo! That non-metal metallic they did on that is ingenious.
Mm-hmm.
And the Terminator in Tartarus pattern armor is just, they look amazing.
And
They brought out two other characters, right?
What's that?
From here, they look like Thousand Suns. 32,000 suns.
Cat now. Don't say that. It's heresy.
Yeah, and they brought out those two characters too. The Stormbolter guy or the Stalker Bolter guy.
Yep.
What is that?
Looks like a guy from it's a White Scar.
That's pretty cool.
It's a white scar, but it kind of looks like a freaking like apothecary almost.
Right?
Looks pretty wicked though. That dude, and then this guy.
That guy's amazing.
Yeah, Iron Hands. So
those
straight
are-
up Iron Hands. Look at that.
I can't remember the name of them, but they're the ones that can control robots in your army.
Console choices. Yeah, consoles. Yep.
And then they showed, I think, an endless spell for Age of Sigmar, which looks freaking amazing. Oh, there's the Warhounds. Yep.
Yep. They pulled up the Warhound. Dude, I am so excited for a Ducky Titanicus. I'm sorry. I think I get a stiffy every single time I look at my box set.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to do that. But Rogue Trader looks pretty cool, man. These models are amazing. I know Jonathan's going to get him just so he can stick him in his Nurgle army for some unknown godly reason.
Leon said, "Lol, you look stoned." And then I said, "No, I'm just sick." And he goes, "The same look."
Yeah.
Oh, was that
And the
Rogue
dog's
Trader?
so cute. In the future,
Yep.
in 38,000 years, they still have Dobermans.
Dude,
Oh, you know it.
in 38,000 years, they have the best puppy in the world. That's a good boy right there.
Now it is. Look at that guy. Look at these fat, gross, disgusting, weird
That's
things.
so great.
You know, I'm going to turn those guys into Chaos Spawn for my army. They did
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, Chaos Spawn and Nurgle army. Oh yes.
Yep.
I mean this kill zone looks amazing. I mean, then they have the new kill team stuff coming out. I don't even know what Underworld's new Night Vaults, which is
Season two.
Fire.
here it is. It's a raging flaming bull.
Yep.
I think that's really cool looking.
Well, people are trying to figure out if it's destruction or chaos. We still don't know. But the highlights, the recess work, that the reverse, I guess, right, how we call it, the reverse recess work,
Yeah.
is amazing. Like that.
The lava?
Yeah.
The lava coming out, the fire coming out of the inside.
Yep.
I mean, John could do so much better, so we'll just leave it at that. That's like low skill painting for John.
You know, it makes me, when I see that, it makes me wonder if we could see Chaos Dwarves on the horizon for.
Well, I got a rumor bill for Age of Sigmar, but I'll wait on that. So
Okay.
just keep going.
Yeah. And then we have, of course, the Speed Freaks.
Oh my God! Look at this hot rod.
What the?
Yeah.
You didn't
What the
see
F
that?
is that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wait, go back. Okay, go back to the picture. Look at the top left corner in the background.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a new truck?
Yeah, something.
No.
This right here, right?
Oh, yep.
Is that a new Mad Doc?
Whatever it is huge.
Yes.
Thing is ginormous, but it looks like a Mad Doc, right? You know, remember the Mad Doc model?
But look at, he has an arm, and that looks like a claw in that arm.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a Mad Doc.
No, I don't either.
Dang.
I think in
It just-
Primorg maybe.
It just could be a writer, like an
Who knows?
organizer.
No, well, yes, but I think that's a massive model.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like gas skull or anything like that. I just think it's a new type of boss or something.
Yeah, whatever it is, looks amazing. Because, hold on, let me pull up what I was thinking about. Oh crap!
We're doing a race on that race car track.
Watch it be like the corn. Is it the 888 point corn juggernaut? Big guy that's half tracks and half whatever.
Yeah.
And watch
Sorry,
it
when I saw his claw, I was thinking of this model, this Mad Doc model. That's what popped into my mind when I saw him.
Yeah, I guess I'd say that.
Yeah, but that's definitely way bigger and nastier. But yeah, Speed Freaks looks awesome, and these
Daytona 500.
They're so gorgeous.
look at the blades in front. That is freaking hilarious.
I know.
And it's got like the weird boy thing in the back
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see the back of it.
to make it go faster.
But you know what's funny? If you look at the blades, they're gonna chop it up and go right into the intake.
That's how they go fast.
They go fast. Blood makes it go fast.
Fast.
Fast, yeah, fast. That's it, dude. I'm fine. I'm glad they're bringing out Space Marine Heroes.
Yeah, you don't have to spend money for the Japanese ones.
Yep.
Well, you kind of do in a way because they're in blind blister packs, so you don't know what you're going to get.
Yep.
And if Jonathan's playing Blood Bowl, he's got his Blood Bowl team now.
God, that's so cool. Yep.
Those big boys, they are amazing looking. I don't like Nurgle, but those guys are really cool looking.
Excuse you? You don't like what?
Oh, and let me go ahead and try that again. I apologize.
Okay, yeah, I think their mic might cut out because
Yeah, it might have, because I meant to say I hate Nurgle.
you said I hate girls. Is that I don't? Is
Wait,
that what I
was
heard?
it Tuesday? No, I don't hate girls on Tuesdays.
No, I don't think so.
Jonathan hates Nurgle.
Blasphemy.
And then they're having a new podcast for Warhammer 40K.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I listen. I'm caught up on the Age of Sigmar stuff. I love their podcast.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
No, and it's really good for me, like a beginner, because I have no clue what the hell's going on. So they're telling me stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, that makes sense. Cool." And of course, all this wickedly cool Sisters of Battle stuff.
Look at that crossbow.
What the hell? It's going to be amazing. It's like a crossbow on top of a bolter.
Yeah, look at that drum, man.
That drum is insane. And then all the different kind of bolters are coming out with.
Mm-hmm.
That's a heavy bolter right there.
Yeah. And I like how they got those shells set up like that.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see what the actual model looks like because I know these are kind of replicas and stuff, but the flamers.
Oh man.
Ooh.
They look like lights on the end of those.
These swords are amazing, man. Those are so good. But I think the best thing they released the entire weekend of all this stuff. Hold on, where is it at? It has to be, from what I've heard, Age of Sigmar Champions is taking off like crazy. I know, Ski, you're a big player. I talked to the guys up there, a lot of the guys at Atomic, like Andrew and them, and they are loving it. So
he taught me how to play over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed the game.
Yep. It's talking with the vendors up there, and I know one store up there. I was at Grimdark Games. They sold out of 22 boxes, and they couldn't get their starter decks in, and they had another 22 boxes coming when they got back to the store, during the weekdays. And they said they just can't. It's just selling like it's hotcakes up there.
Yep. And then the cosplay, I think, was pretty cool at Warhammer Fest.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of good ones. Little Nid guy. Good stuff. But I think the biggest thing that I saw that was amazing was the Golden Demon.
Oh, yeah. That was an amazing piece.
This is... I know the one guy, her name's Kat. She did Mortarion that won gold. I saw that model. I was like, that's amazing. Then I saw this, and I'm just like, This is like every single model on this is just beautifully done. Man, I wish I could paint like that. Life dreams, life goals.
So for Age of Sigmar, the rumored out of a lot of people at Wargamers Con from different people told me the exact same thing. Possibly, like I said, it's still rumor. Take it with a bunch of salt. Is going to be grots on insecticides. Now, I'm going to clarify something. It's not spider fang goblins like they have already. They're talking about like grots or goblins like riding centipedes and insects, like actual an insecticide army of goblins.
Huh.
And I'm actually very intrigued because I could just see a gaggle of goblins riding a centipede into battle. It would be amazing to see.
That sounds very cool.
Hey, everybody watching, if you haven't, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And that way you can catch our live show as well as our other battle reports, pinning tutorials, and everything else.
Man, Jonathan, you look exhausted, man. Why don't you go to sleep?
Yeah, man. I was about to sign out. TJ's hosting because I'm sick and I need to go to bed early. So
brown bottle flu.
I have been blessed with Nargle. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. So everybody have a good night and enjoy the rest of the show.
See you, Jonathan. Take care, bro.
Bye, guys.
I think, Tyler, this is going to be a separate thing. That's what I've been hearing. Again, take it with salt.
New type of codex? New type of battle tone?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the own, because okay, one thing I've noticed since they've changed, they're only bringing out new armies and new things.
Yep.
I have not seen them, except for once, add a new model to a specific army. We have one for destruction, we have one for chaos, one for order. Yes, it might be a stormcast stuff, but I think everything they've released so far has been the brand new army, brand new war scroll, or battle tome. So I don't think it's going to be incorporated in Spider Fangs.
Yep, be a whole new one. That is cool. I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for anything Age of Sigmar releases because the models are beautiful.
Okay, and that's all. That's another thing I heard all weekend, even from 40K players. Like, oh, I want to start getting Age of Sigmar because all of them are in the exact same boat. They're like, we love 40K. It's a great game. We play it. We enjoy it. We play in all the tournaments. But we love, and I mean quote unquote, love the Age of Sigmar models because they are so beautiful.
Yep. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm having a ton of fun painting my Age of Sigmar models. If it wasn't for this other game that came out with like Titans that I've been waiting for like 30 years, I would be painting Age of Sigmar right now.
So wait, 30 years, what, 7? When you were 7, 8, you're waiting for this?
It released, the original one released in 1988, right?
88, 89, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I started playing 40K, I was 18, so it was 1998. And by that time, all I saw was pictures of all these cool Epic models.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I so want to play that. So when it released, I was like, yeah, I'm on it. So
what's crazy is how big that Warlord Titan is. It's a friend of mine. We compared sizes. I wish I would have taken a picture. I didn't think about it. He has the old Imperador Titan from the original set, and that's the one where it's the bigger Titan with the buildings and stuff on their shoulder pads, and they have tanks and stuff come out of their feet and stuff like that. And they're about the same size. So, man, if they ever put an Imperator in the new game, it's going to be massive.
Because when you think about it, like I was reading the article. Did you see the article they dropped today? It was like Volume 9 of course, Adeptus to Titanicus, and they were talking about it. And they said at the time, not the Imperator Titan, but the other, what is the other big one? The one below the Imperator Titan. Not the Warlord. What was it?
Oh, crap.
God, I got to look it up now. Because I read the article today, and I was really pumped about it.
Well, while you're reading the article, they did say that if the game takes off, this is from them, quoted from them, if the game does take off, they will put orcs and what was the other faction? I can't remember. there's 2 factions that they would put into Titanicus, and Orcs was one of them.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So no, it was the Imperator Titan. At the time they made that was the largest plastic model they had ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, that is going to be amazing. So I mean, like, if they bring out an Imperator Titan, man, dude, hands down, awesome.
Hey, I think it was Eldar, Leon. I think you're right. I think it was Eldar.
It probably would be Eldar.
Right? Yeah, I know it's Orcs for sure. That's exciting because I still, I'll get a couple more giant stompas where they're freaking, I forget what they call them, but
I mean, sorry, like I joined a couple groups on Facebook. There's one Adeptus Titanicus 2018, which is the new stuff, and then they have an old one for Epic and even the new stuff, right? And some of the conversions these guys are doing are amazing. They're making, like, I saw one dude, he made the Catan out of the Knight kit. So he made a little Catan. So I'm like, oh, that's freaking amazing. And then, like, you see people, like, I was like, man, when I opened up the set, I was like, there's no Thunderstrike gauntlets, right? I was like, that sucks. And then I saw someone, they posted it. They used a Space Marine Power Fist. Looked amazing on it. It looked like a Thunderstrike gauntlet. And then someone did the Chaos one with the claws. And it looked really good. So I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So they are really like just converting the heck out of this. So,
and I read an article where the Necron Titan from Forge World, the torso fits in the palm of your hand, and it's huge, and it's the Night Killer. Like, that's the design of this new Necron Knight or Titan or whatever it is designed to kill all the knights.
Oh, nice. But no, yeah, it's just.
Just to let you guys know, Eldar was there before everybody. If you don't know your fluff, and it's okay, but the Eldar were the supreme beings before humankind, and then Orcs did come around. So during 30K, they don't showcase any of that, but they are in the universe.
Well, yeah, Orcs are there in the universe. They're not as big as they are in the 40K universe because the Emperor on the Battle of Ulnor kind of basically wiped out the prime orcs and all the big bad orcs. Like, if you ever read, I think it was a free download. It was called
Ashen Wolf
or something.
Yep.
And it describes Horus and the Emperor just like in the middle of orcs that were like twice or 3 times their size, just slicing them up. It's probably like, when they wrote it and I visualized, it was probably the most amazing visual I've ever imagined.
Okay, so now I have to bring this up. So the Emperor and Horus are fighting orcs, right?
Yeah.
Vulcan does it by himself in his own series.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Vulcan is, I think, the strongest Primarch.
Yes. By design, quote unquote.
Yeah, because when you read which one is it? The Unremembered Empire. Like, he just like, I forgot who he runs through. I think it's Nighthauntr. He just like runs through him like he's a little bee. And like he's like running through walls and just ripping through stuff, and I'm just kind of like, okay. Yeah, he's just a monster right now because he died so many times he forgot his memory, and he's just like running through things. It's amazing.
And that's he is in the other series where he's fighting off the orc invasion. He's on the planet fighting orcs by himself, and he ends up dying a couple times, coming back and just keeps going. And I mean, it's just like, dude, you are the man. Like, out of anybody, you are the one.
Yep. So I think that's funny why have y'all seen Emperor Text-to-Speech, right? Y'all seen that series? You see him like sitting in the corner, and he's like talks like an orc. He starts talking like an orc, and then he reverts back to talking like Vulcan. He's like, oh, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh, Smasker. And it's just funny because you can picture it from that series, him just being like, he thinks he's an orc now because he was down there for so long. So Ski Man, what are you working on your hobby table? I've seen you been painting the entire time, and why are you working on this guy?
Okay, so this guy right here, he is my MVP of Wargamers Con. This is my shaman, my Iron Jaw Orc Shaman. So he deserves paint, and so I'm going to be paying him and finishing up. Now he's number one. He's got an ability. He's got called the Foot of Gork. By himself, I think the casting value is 10. When you have a full squad of 20 orcs around him, then it's a plus to the casting, so it's an 8. 18 inches from him, you pick a unit, you cast it, they take d6 mortal wounds. Then on a 4 up, you roll again. On a 4 up, it happens again, d6 mortal wounds. On a 4 up, it keeps going. So then if you killed that unit, then you measure 18 inches and find another unit, and you do it again. And you keep going until either you don't roll 4 up or you killed everything in 18 inches. And
so what you're trying to say, it's a Space Wolf's power, yet better. Much better.
I think it's an orc power that the Space Wolves think that they need.
Ah, gotcha.
So, so for the whole tournament, I did over 60 plus mortal wounds with the Foot of Gork. In one game, I did 32 myself total, and I did 22 or 24 at one time, which was 7 4-ups in a row.
I would have cried. If I was on the other end, I would have just been like, good game, buddy.
Well, and the guy I played was a corn player, and he had a full stack of Reavers, a full squad. I think it was 30.
Yeah.
I wiped out 22 with that Foot of Gork.
What?
And then jumped over the wall and nailed another 5, and then killed some bloodletters, not demonettes.
Oh God.
I killed the first game. I got my secondary objective, which was assassinate. So this is funny. I got first game. I'm an orc player. I get to this guy. He's playing. He's got that Lord of the Rings elephant, but he's using as the Chaos Forge Rolled Mammoth. And I walk up. I says, "I'm killing that." As an orc player, before I even did anything else and looked at secondaries or anything else, I'm killing that elephant. Well, my secondary objective was assassinate. So kill a hero or monster creature to get your 7 points. End of the game, Foot of Gorked him, killed the elephant. Everybody was just going crazy. Like, oh my God, this never happened. Like, everybody was just going nuts. Second game, I played Skaven. Did 18 wounds to Skaven, and I ended up wiping out 160 Skaven rats with my Iron Jaws. And I was this close until the judge called it. I was this close from killing the Great Unclean One. Like, I was rolling my wounds, and he was going to die. But I ended up beating him. My third game is when I did the 22 on Blood Reavers, and then the other extra 10 or 12 on the rest of the army. The fourth game against the Daughters of Cain army, which I've never played, which is the most disgusting, amazing army I've seen so far from the new armies. Like, crazy. I didn't get any Foots of Gorks off. I end up killing Marathi, I think her name is. She's
the
disgusting.
Snake Girl?
Yeah, the Snake Girl. You can only do 3 wounds to her a turn.
What?
Yes, only 3. And so I ended up killing her, and he was the guy I played. He was just like, yeah, no one hardly ever gets a chance to kill her, and I did. So it made me feel good. That was my victory, my moral victory. And then the last game I played against Iron Jaw player, and I Foot of Gorked Maw Crusher to death.
Oh, God.
So people were talking about my unconventional army, for one, with no War Scroll battalions for 2.
Yep.
Me being in armor kind of adds to it. So that was the 3. And then the Foot of Gork was everybody's like people don't even know. I'm walking by like, man, that guy Foot of Gork like 22. Like, it was amazing. Like, that was the top of the Foot of Gorks. So it was cool.
That is cool, man. I am glad you had a blast, dude.
Yeah. Well, and I was representing us, FNP, and getting the word out and doing some connecting and talking to people. And, yeah, best way to do it by playing a game.
Best way to do it is kick some booty. That's how you do it. Kick some booty and show them who's boss, no start.
Yeah, right.
Which is why when I go to tournaments, no one ever knows about FNP. They're like, y'all do battle reports? I'm like, yeah, we do battle reports all the time. They're like, y'all aren't very good at them, are you? And I'm like, no. The rest of the guys are really good. I just suck.
That's you and me. I'm very bad at playing.
See,
I never plan on winning. When I play games, I don't I promise you, I don't make net lists, which that shows. I don't play a lot of games like I should.
Yeah.
And I just go up there to play, and end all be all. And the wife's like, "It's just you, sweetie. It's always you." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You're never last. You're either high, mid-high, or high in the rankings. You're never down below." So.
Yep. Ski never goes down, man. He's always on top.
Nothing wrong with being top.
No.
That's so, John, man. Anything you're working on, bud?
Right now, I'm in the process of gathering up all the components for my LVO friendly tournament army. But I'm now in kind of like a conundrum. I mean, I'm gathering all the parts, like I said, and I got the theme laid out. It's Thousand Suns, but the actual theme of the army, I'm going to keep that quiet until I get the first few models done. But part of the conundrum I'm having is I don't know how to do a friendly tournament list. I don't know if I'm making one that's too tough or that's too weak, and I don't know what to do. I've been scouring the internet to try to find lists of people that did the friendly tournament at LVO, but I can't find anything.
Okay, John, so here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I think you build a list that is good.
Mm-hmm.
And you have fun with it because, to be honest with you, like, I watch some of the Knights at Game Table stuff, I'm like, oh, power level. It's power level. Fun. Yeah. And then you look at the list that they bring on Knights at the Game Table, I'm like, that's not a fun list. That's sick. That's gross.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, but I don't know. See, I beg to differ, though. Like, I think, I don't know, I play something that's fun for you to play and something fun your opponent's going to want to play against.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it.
I mean,
I don't know if they'll like it.
All I have to say, man, is bring a list that you would think would do okay on the tournament scene if you're playing in the competitive.
Okay.
Because I mean, like, I say don't build like a sick, disgusting, like tournament winning list. Yeah. But at the same time, you need to build a good list.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm actually pulling stuff out of our Earth history, real history, to help build up this army. And so it's like every component of the army has got to fit one of these people from history. And that's where I'm now at a point, like, I realize I got no heavy firepower in my army except for a Knight Lancer, which isn't a lot of fire. That's not a lot of firepower. It's great in close combat, yay, but it's not a lot of firepower. And then a couple Demon Princes, but other than that, I don't have anything scary in my army. So I was thinking about running 2 Armigers, either Warglaves, to have them run across the board with the Demon Princes and the Knight Lancer. Because what are you going to target? 2 Demon Princes, the Knight, or the Armigers? You don't want any of that.
Or run a couple of Helverins, man.
Well, that was the other thing. I was thinking, instead of the Armigers or the Warglaves, is run 2 or 3 the Helverins.
Yep.
Oh. I just didn't know if it was too much. So that. I
mean, I don't know, man. Like, I saw some friendly lists last year, and they looked pretty good.
Yeah,
they weren't like. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna bring like nothing good, because it's power level, man. I mean, power level has not been fixed since the game came out.
Yeah,
all the stuff is standard power level. So stuff that maybe is more powerful than it should be could be really low. So I mean, I don't know, man. I would say just bring you a good list.
That's probably what I'll end up doing. I mean, the only big thing that they care about for scoring is your generalship. Did you win, tie, or lose?
Yep.
There's a TO score. I forget what that's called. And then there's your theme score, and you pretty much have to. Your army has to be themed, and that looks to be where you get most of your points.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to be good there. I might just be overthinking it or over worrying about the list.
Don't worry about it. Go with what your gut tells you to do. Don't second guess it. And
6 demon princes, good.
What's that?
No, just kidding. 6 demon princes, good.
There you go, man.
Just kidding. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing.
Yeah,
But
I think 6 demon princes is pretty friendly, man.
Oh, I'd play it.
I mean, at least I know what I have to worry about. I have 6 demon princes I have to worry about.
No. It's not the 6 demon princes you got to worry about.
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate that.
What do you say?
Says, from what I hear, you should just bring a normal list for you because you say you never on top tables. So yeah, that's true. But who knows? This time, I'm thinking outside the box, and instead of going with an Imperial army, that now I'm going with a Chaos army, and the Thousand Suns. The way I've got it kind of set up, I got lots of smites running around. Lots of very tough units that I'm working on. Is just that extra firepower, so I probably will run with those Hellverns and the Castigator or the Lancer.
Yeah.
Well, that was the other thing. I was thinking about getting rid of the Lancer and go with the Castigator because 14 strength 6 minus 2 or 3 damage shots. It's pretty potent.
And I think it fits your theme.
The Lancer actually fits more the theme.
Oh, because the shield.
Yeah, because the shield and the conversion I was going to do it. Then I'll tell you guys once we're not live anymore.
I think I've already gotten it because I met somebody up there, and I saw what you're working on. I got it. I know what you're doing.
So yeah, we'll see. I really want to dive into the project, but pay for LVO. I'm gonna probably have to take on a couple painting commissions for a few people, just so I can have some extra money for LVO. So it's gonna put a halt to my painting right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gathering all the supplies. I've been doing high res color photos of certain pieces of artwork that I'm gonna try to copy onto armor plates and do some murals and stuff. So.
Sweet.
And you mentioned earlier about the guy that had all the different snake skin patterns. I've been doing that same sort of research. Well, that's the research I've been doing on the different snakes from the area of the world in that time period that I was looking at, trying to get those right snakes so I can copy those over and have something authentic looking to help back up the theme.
Nice.
That's the plan.
I'm excited to see it, John.
I'm excited to get started with it, but I'm also where I work at Eden Games. Boss has given me some extra time during store hours to paint up and work on store armies. So this starting tomorrow, I'm going to be working on the store's Warlord Titan, one of them that I built up for the store. I'm really excited. But have you put yours together yet?
No, man. I've been doing this.
Ah, nice.
I wanted to put all the terrain together and stuff because if I don't do the terrain right now, I won't do it.
Okay. Luckily, we had a bunch of terrain from Drop Ship or Drop Zone Commander back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're good on that size of terrain, but it's that's putting together. It took me about an hour and a half to put together the Warlord Titan.
Okay.
It's a lot of work. And really pay attention to whenever you're doing it, and everybody's listening, pay attention to how you're doing the upper and lower leg. Be careful when you're gluing. That way you can reposition the legs and everything.
Okay.
Because it's a movable joint. The model's fully assembled, and I've still left it flexible. So if I need to readjust or anything.
Yeah. Because I put the terrain together from the Adeptus Titanicus. I made a little small building. Because this was I want to make a massive structure, so I put like a four. So this was one entire kit basically.
Yeah.
It was both sprues, and then I was like, this is what I had left over. I'm like, tiny building now.
It's so.
But I was able to put that together at least, but I primed it, and I was trying to go for I had some gray primer. I was trying to utilize that to, and then wash it and see how it worked. It didn't come out how I liked it, so I'm just going to repaint it all I'm probably going to go the Fang and then dry brush up to a lighter gray.
Okay. Yeah.
And then wash it. Of course, I think I'll wash it with probably with Null and oil. So
are you brushing that on, or are you airbrushing it?
I'll brush it on. I got a big brush. It'll take me a little bit of time. So
I was going to say, I found that with large flat panels like that, when I just use an airbrush just to push like the really cheap version, nothing where you can get super detailed, but
yeah,
when you push the Null and oil through that on the big flat panels, you have to go back and wick up the pooling, but you get a nice even coat.
Nice even coat. Okay, yeah.
And then that nun oil.
Yeah, that nun oil.
That's if you're wanting to do like a full wash of the entire thing. Now, if you're going back in with a small brush and just getting certain spots, then yeah, don't use an airbrush.
Yeah, no, I'm going to paint up the whole entire thing. I may actually see if Atomic Hobby has any the Fang spray cans, or maybe an Army Painter can that's a dark gray. I may just go and do that with it. So yeah, but no, then I looked up on the web and I learned how to make I made some homemade Null and oil.
Nice.
So yeah, because I was like, I'm not buying that GW stuff and using that to wash an entire model. It's going to be really expensive. So yeah, I made one. I looked on. It was it Luke Apps? That dude is amazing. He's put together a couple videos on how to make it. So I watched his video and I made it. It's just I think his portion, what he was making was a lot smaller than mine. So I had to like triple it in order to fit in that bottle. And then it started working well. So,
yeah, Leon, yeah, the snakeskin is easy, and I know I could get stockings and airbrush and stuff, but what I'm going to be doing is going to require me actually painting each scale individually, because when I get to LVO, I'm really going to be pushing for that best painted. This army, I cannot cut any corners. This has got to be like an immaculate army, and fishnets and all those little techniques. Like I used to just dry brush after I get a base coat on and do a little bit of washing, but this one is like I have to be meticulous with this paint job. Even on the most basic Chaos Cultists, they've got to be like top notch. They got to be just as good as all the standout miniatures. I can't, even though I want to cut corners, I can't. So thanks though for the idea.
If you ever get to see James, I think his name is James West, and he has the Daughters of Cain Snakes. If you ever get a chance to see that army, he did not use fishnet. It doesn't look like it. If he did, you can't tell. It looks like it's all hand painted, and it's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then I've been working on this guy. I'm not sure if y'all can see him, but always post pictures up. I'll share him on FNP so y'all can see him. But I got the wolf. I got the flesh hound all done, and then all I got to do is I got to finish his cape. The cape right here, the back black piece. I got to finish that off. Then I got to finish this bad boy, and then after that, the only thing I have left to do is I got to finish up his face. I got to do just some eyes and a little bit of highlight of the skull mask on him. Then after that, he will be ready to go for not this weekend, but next weekend, I guess, since I'm playing in the 40K tournament. So,
well, hopefully, I'll have my first few models at least assembled. I can show them next week. I just want to wait until I have something before I reveal it to everybody. I want to wait and have something actually in my hand. And there's no reason to worry about people stealing an idea or anything. I just want to being really sneaky about it.
Yeah. I'll actually share it right now. I'll share the page.
Oh man.
Thanks, Leon. Yeah. I think also I might have another person that's going with me to Vegas, and I think we're gonna both drive.
Okay.
Yep. So, and I'll probably any of the local Houston guys or FNP guys that are want me to transport, I will probably do a transportation fee for people and carry their army across the U.S.
Okay.
Do you have to have what is it? Like a green card, concealed carry going over borders?
Maybe. I'm just going across state lines. I think I'm going to be okay.
Yeah, because I don't know, man. I'm gonna hopefully I'll get enough time, but I want to do a really nice display board this time. So
Yeah.
I think it'll show off my army. So yeah, if I do that, it depends on how big the display board is, but the idea in my head right now is I'm gonna do kind of like maybe the back corner, kind of like a little skull, like a little bit of like taller mountain type thing, like just kind of make it look like it's kind of the end of a mountain. Then I've got these skulls
From the skull.
bag of skulls, right? So I'm gonna try to manipulate one of those in there and paint it up really nice. And then out of the eyes and out of the mouth, I'm gonna do I got some water effect stuff, so I'm gonna do like blood flowing out, and then blood will come down on the whole board, and then kind of spread out maybe like 2 different like flows, kind of to cover the board. Then the board will be kind of normal and plain, but it'll have the water and the blood coming down. So then I'll put all my corn army on there. So put my world eaters on there and be like, here we go, world eaters, let's go.
Yeah, I think the month of January, that's my beginning of January is the cutoff time to have my army painted, because I want to spend the rest of that month working on my display board.
Yep.
Right before LVO. So,
yeah.
Which is the reason why I'm going to have to drive, because I cannot take it on a plane, and I don't want to risk shipping it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to be, and then after that month, I have the Gibraltar tournament, so the SN Battle Report. So I'm going to have to figure out. I'm going to be like, yep, I got a carry-on bag. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
So I probably won't be able to do a display board for that.
When I went to Adepticon, I flew down there. Make sure if you can take a case that fits in your overhead compartment, that's what you take your army in.
Oh, the GW, the big GW case?
Yep.
That's perfect. Perfect size dimensions for a carry-on.
And then you take a backpack to put in front of you or under your seat.
Yep. It's actually perfect. If you get that, that is actually a perfect overhead thing. So you can fit. It's amazing how much you can fit in that little thing.
Oh yeah, I have my whole orcs army in there, and I still have so much space.
Yep, that thing is amazing. But yeah, I'm excited. So I don't know, guys. You see a lot of people commenting. Anything going on in chat since I'm an idiot and I can't see it tonight?
Yeah, sorry, man, I forgot. Yeah, they're just giving us some tips on just in case I run into the ATF or anything, and I'm transporting the armies across state lines. But yeah, Leon sent me or told us about a link called it's Weta Workshop Sculptors Tabletop Miniature World. WET.
Weta, the people that did Lord of the Wings?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hold on to that page. I'm gonna be going to check that out. I know how to do what I'm wanting to do with my display board, except for the water effects, because I need to basically make a couple waterfalls, and I need to turn one of the waterfalls into the stand in which the display board sits or is holding it up. So a lot of work. I don't know what to do yet.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's why I got to take a bunch of painting commissions to cover the cost of the army and of getting there. I'll just sleep in my car the entire weekend. I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
For what? There?
Yeah.
Dude, as of right now, I'm probably need a 2-bedroom suite, so you might as well just crash on the couch, dude.
Maybe. We'll see.
I wouldn't have a problem with that, man.
As long as there's
Now,
no
the only problem is that I'll post where I got to stay in the chat for us, but
just do what I did, John, and just grab a freaking air mattress, and they can have the beds and just sleep on there. That's what I did. You know.
Oh, that's what I did last year. I stayed with Eric Tat and Mike Delta, and I actually brought an air mattress with me on the plane, and I slept in the kitchen on the kitchen floor.
See, I thought about going with you driving up there, but I'll be in my spring semester, so I don't know my class schedule so I can't even commit.
No worries. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leave on Thursday.
Yep.
And then, yeah, leave on Thursday to be there Friday. The friendly tournament doesn't start till Saturday.
Yeah.
So, yay. But
if you're going to be there Friday, son, you better be there early if I'm giving you transport stuff.
Oh, crap. I didn't think about that.
You might want to.
Yeah. The other thing is, being a veteran, usually, at least in the past, I've gone to bases and get a pass to stay at the hotel sometimes on the base.
I can get one any base I go on. I can get a pay.
Yeah, I've done it before, but I was thinking because was it Nellis is down there, right?
Yep.
Or if I want to go, I don't want to, but if I wanted to go to Indian Springs, I know.
John, click on the link that I put in our group chat.
Oh.
See, I was thinking about doing is,
and then click on floor plans and go to 2-bedroom suite.
Yeah. It's crazy. I was thinking about if I get my 100%, then I'm thinking about if I can do it, then I'll see if I can get an A flight from somewhere around here to Vegas.
John, did you see the 2-bedroom suite?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I think I got room, man.
Well, okay.
So now it is about 0.7 miles away. It's on the other side of Planet Hollywood, so it's going to be a little bit of a walk in the morning. But other than that, I mean, technically the room sleeps 6, because in the master right there in the thing, the bedroom. I mean, not the bedroom, but the couch. That's a gigantic couch.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think we'll be good, man.
I don't mind sleeping on a couch.
Yeah. So.
Wait, am I sharing a couch with anybody?
As of right now, it's just me and Jonathan. So.
Oh, so I don't have to hear anybody snore.
Nope. And we'll both take rooms. So, I was trying to book it with like Lawrence and them from Tabletop Tactics, but since Stig and him and I think 2 other people may be coming, there's not enough room. Even the 3-bedroom, I was like, if you want, I can book the 3-bedroom, but it was just not enough. Just too many people. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought a package and I got to use it up before the end of the year.
Okay.
So it's one of those things I can book it for next year, but I got to use it up.
Well, like I said, mine's still questionable. We'll see.
Like I said, man, you look at their ski, man. We got room, so it doesn't matter, man.
Yep. Mine's just financing and transportation at this point. And then, like I said, if I get my ratings go up, and then I can probably get an A flight for free. So.
Okay. I mean, just like I said, man, like I'm not too worried about the room. So, I'm not going to charge y'all an arm and a leg because I hardly paid anything for it too. So.
Gotcha.
So don't worry about it. But yeah, if you want to take a look at it, Ski, but that's where we were staying at. So.
Okay.
But yeah, just for the guys on the chat, man, I posted up on the FNP site on the model I've been working on. So if y'all want to check it out on Facebook, so y'all can kind of look at what I've been working on. So, but other than that, guys, man, it is getting kind of late.
Yep.
And so I think we're gonna have to cut the broadcast off. Yeah. But at the same time, anything else from the people in chat? Anything they wanted to ask real quick before we get off?
Let's see here. No, I don't see. Though Kevin has offered. I don't know if he's offering me. He's got a big ass room in the hotel.
Okay.
But his buddy snores, so
yeah.
I'm a very light sleeper, so I can hear a pin drop when I'm sleeping. So yeah. Thank you though.
If you drink enough and you end up passing out under a table, that's not going to have to worry. You don't have to worry about it at that point.
Oh man. No, thank you.
To be honest, like after sharing a room and stuff with Jonathan Jonathan snores. He says I snore. So I was just like, dude, if I'm going to do this year, I got points. I might as well get a suite and get my own room. So I was like, if you want to do a suite, we can do the suite, I'll just get my own room. Or like, if we need to bring in a couple beds or something, we can do that too. But I was just like, man, I just want to be like, when I'm done with the tournament, I want to be able to like go and like after we go out or whatever, and just go to a room and be like, okay, I can pass out, be nice and quiet. So, other than that, guys, man, appreciate y'all watching tonight. Thanks to our Patreon supporters. This weekend, hopefully, we'll be streaming again because we'll have the 40K tournament up there at Atomic Hobbies. And hopefully, we'll get all the equipment set back up from after streaming. And so we can stream some of the games we'll be playing there in our studio where we just put a rug down. There's been some other stuff put up. And so it'll be a lot of fun. And that was thanks to our Patreon supporters that have been helping out us tremendously and, you know, making their contributions to us so we can have to improve. And we're saving up for some lapel mics, so which is exciting. So y'all can hear us better and hear our sweet, delicate voices when we're playing games.
Sexy dulcet tones.
I know. Very, very sexy. Put on my Barry White voice for you, baby. Well, that, guys, man, I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a great week of gaming and hobbying and have tons of fun. And just enjoy your weekends. Enjoy the rest of your days. Enjoy hobbying. Enjoy painting. And enjoy. And we'll see you back here next week, right? Anything else, guys?
Absolutely. Nope. See you guys next week.
Yep. See y'all next week. Don't forget to subscribe.